What's up everyone, this is FP6 bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Halloween Cup, which by the way, I think Halloween Cup might be my favorite Great League format to play in Go Battle League. I really like the selection of Pokemon that are available in this format, and you're able to use a lot of fun, interesting picks in this cup format. So in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing a double dragon team leading Qwilfish. So Qwilfish is going to be kind of like the anti-charmer, and then I'm using Dragalge and Zweilous in the back as my two dragon types. Had a lot of fun with this team, and it has some pretty good battles as well. So let me know down in the comments what team you've been running in Halloween Cup, and let's jump right into these battles here. So Qwilfish, super spammy, running Poison Sting as the fast move. You're able to get to these Aqua Tails very quickly. Golbat in the lead is kind of interesting. We're hitting for resisted damage with the Poison Sting, and my opponent is able to hit for neutral damage with the Wing Attack. However, the Golbat has to go for the Shadow Ball. I'm actually going to swap into the Dragalge immediately. If there is a Charmer in the back, I kind of want to get it on the field as quickly as possible and bait it out. Out comes a Crustle. That's okay. We do have Aqua Tail to be able to hit for super effective damage here. However, it looks like they did sneak an invisible Smackdown through. Yes, they did. That damage registered. And all I need to do here is under tap, which means stop tapping my phone and then hit the Aqua Tail when it comes up. So I'm able to get this Aqua Tail off here, but a Smackdown does go through. I do get the second shield, and I'm hoping that my Qwilfish is going to be able to outpace to a charge move, and I'm able to get to this Aqua Tail. It's really good for me. This should be enough to take out the Crustle. I know they still have the Golbat, and they do end up bringing out the Golbat, so I'm going to swap into my Zweilous here. I know that they pretty much just have to go for Poison Fang here. Shadow Ball would be resisted, so I get debuffed. That's all right. In the back is an Azumarill. Really not good. I'm hitting for double resisted damage with this Dragon Breath, and all I can do is really throw these neutral body slams here. But I'm hoping that I can take advantage of the desynced switch clocks here and eventually make a swap into my Qwilfish. They are farming up a lot of energy with their Azumarill, which is the smart play. They're going to throw an Ice Beam here, and they go for an undercharge, but they undercharged it a little bit too much. They're really struggling trying to bubble me down. Gonna make the swap into the Qwilfish here to catch this move. I know it's gonna be resisted damage. It ends up being a play rough, does hit for a lot of damage, but I'm farming up here. Now I'm gonna be able to throw this Aqua Tail, and then this should be enough to knock out the Golbat, and then we're looking pretty good against that Azumarill. I just go straight for the Aqua Tail here because I'm hoping that the Poison Sting damage afterwards will be enough to KO. Plus, I already have energy stored on my Zweilous, and it ended up being a CMP tie here. So I can just save the shield, and because of all that energy I have on the Zweilous, I'm going to be able to get this move off onto the Azumarill and take this game here. Very nice. Qwilfish is very glassy, so sometimes even in the two shield scenario against Charmers, it gets kind of awkward because they can charm you down sometimes, but Jellicent in the lead really bad for me, so I got to get out of there, and I'm met with a Wigglytuff. So I'm going to build up a lot of energy here and try to bluff that I have Gunk Shot, but no matter what, I'll be able to get some neutral damage off on this Wigglytuff. I do get a shield there, so that's good for me. I know that I'm going to have to bring in my Qwilfish onto this and try to farm up as much as possible. Even though Qwilfish resists Charm, and I know that I'm going to resist the Ice Beam or the Play Rough, whatever the Wigglytuff is going to throw, it's still going to do a lot of damage. I'm very tempted to shield here to try to preserve some health, but I let the Play Rough go through. I'm not sure what's in the back quite yet. If it is like a double charm team, then I really need to keep my Qwilfish alive. They end up swapping into their Jellicent, and so I save all the energy on my Qwilfish, and I just go straight into my Zweilous. They go for Shadow Ball, which this means that they don't have Ice Beam, or they are baiting me in a really strange way here. So they do go for the Bubble Beam. I'm going to farm up as much as I possibly can, pretty much build up to 100 energy here. And right before I get hit by another Bubble Beam, I'm going to throw the Dark Pulse here. I know the Wigglytuff is going to be coming in, and my opponent doesn't wait out the switch clock very much, which is a smart move because I'm going to eat all this charm damage. I throw the body slam. They end up shielding it. I'm able to swap into my Quillfish right there. And in the back is a Galvantula, but I make a misplay here. What I needed to do was undercharge this Sludge Wave so it doesn't one-shot, so I can then farm down with my Zweilous to reach a body slam. And as you can see, I was one Dragon Breath away from getting to that body slam. It was going to be a complicated endgame there, and unfortunately I did not see my win condition soon enough, and it cost me the game. Really well played to my opponent. Umbreon in the lead, kind of awkward, and so I just make the swap into Dragalge because I'm trying to bait out if there is a fairy type in the back. I want to get that on the field so I know that my Zweilous can roam free. I'm just going to go straight for the Outrage here, and it's kind of sad how little damage that does do to Umbreon. Umbreon is just insanely bulky, as we know. Out comes Nidoqueen, and this was a very interesting swap by my opponent. I'm going to be able to get to this Aqua Tail. It's going to hit for a nice chunk of damage or get a shield. I do get a shield, and I did a decent amount of Dragon Tail damage there. Definitely going to bring out the Quillfish here. I sneak a Poison Sting through. They're most likely baiting me here, so really nice play from my opponent. Now I'm at this Aqua Tail. I'm actually at back-to-back Aqua Tails. Going to throw this Aqua Tail and see what they want to do. They end up shielding, and it ended up being a CMP tie. And you saw me click the Aqua Tail there. I was really hoping that it didn't register. So unfortunate, because I shielded up the Earth Power. I could have farmed up way more energy. I didn't realize it was a CMP tie though, so a huge misplay on my part. Out comes the Umbreon again. Gonna swap into the Zweilous, and it's a Toxicroak in the back. I really need to get off as much damage as possible. I am hitting for neutral damage with this Dragon Breath and these Body Slams. But this Mud Bomb should be just enough to knock me out, and then I'm hoping that I can Poison Sting down this Toxicroak before it gets to a Mud Bomb. I'm able to get there. And out comes the Umbreon once again, going to throw this Aqua Tail. I know the Umbreon is low, and I am able to Poison Sting down the Umbreon before it knocks me out. Really close game there. Good game. Toxicroak in the back definitely is tricky. Toxicroak in the lead, a little bit better because we do resist the counters. But Toxicroak also resists the Poison Sting, and you need to land 2 Aqua Tails to knock this thing out, whereas Toxicroak really only needs to land 1 Mud Bomb. Gonna throw another Aqua Tail here. I really don't want my Zweilous to see this. Now, the tough thing here is that I know that the Toxicroak has 2 Mud Bombs, so if I shield once, I'm gonna have to shield twice if I want to win the lead. And so I opt to just bring in my Dragalge here. I know I'm going to have to shield once, but I want to farm this all the way down. They bring out a Golbat, and they ended up preserving their Toxicroak. So I'm in kind of an awkward spot here. I don't really know what I want to do. I do correctly shield up the Shadow Ball, so that's good for me. And I'm going to go for an Aqua Tail bait here. Kind of a dumb play, because this is not going to KO. And then I have to swap into my Zweilous. I'm able to farm it down, but look what they end up having in the back here. I could not believe this. They end up having a Scrafty in the back. Toxicroak in the lead and a Scrafty in the back. So it's like ABA fighting types there. Really threw me off guard. I thought my Zweilous would have had more play against what they have in the back, but that is not the case at all. This Scrafty is doing so much work to my Zweilous, and they're going to be able to counter me down right before I can get to the Body Slam. So unfortunate. 1 Dragon Breath away yet again. This Aqua Tail is not going to be able to knock out this Scrafty, and they have a lot of energy. Plus, they had that shield anyway. So this boosted Foul Play will be able to take me out, and we're going to lose this game. Some tough battles with this team, but it was pretty exciting when these battles were playing out, because it's very close in a lot of these end games. Drapion, tough lead for sure, because the neutral crunches are definitely going to hit for more substantial damage than the neutral Aqua Tails here. So I'm just going to swap my Zweilous right away and see what they want to do. They're going to throw energy here. I can easily survive a Sludge Bomb. Zweilous is glassy, but not like crazy glassy. Out comes a Crustle. Okay, I'm going to go straight for the Dark Pulse here. I know this is going to do a lot of damage if they let it go through. And And what, look at this. What's happening here? This is the latest glitch in Go Battle League. My damage goes through, but they don't shield it, and it does like no damage. So it no bubbled my charge move. I call this glitch the 2.5 shield, because it's not a third shield where it does no damage, but they definitely get like a huge reduction damage to it. And this has been happening so frequently lately. It's so frustrating when this glitch occurs, because my fully charged move did no damage there, and they didn't have to expend a shield. So I'm in a tough spot here. I get baited with X Scissor. When I was doing these battles on stream, man, I was not too thrilled when this occurred. And I hate to be a spoiler here, but this occurs a couple more times in this video, and these are all taken just from 2 sets. Toxicroak in the back. I need to throw this Aqua Tail. Mud Bomb will not be enough to knock me out, and I'm really hoping that I can Dragon Tail down this Toxicroak and have a charge move stored to knock out their Pokemon in the back. So the Mud Bomb goes through. I'm able to perfectly farm it down, and I have the Aqua Tail banked. Out comes that Drapion once again. Gonna throw this Aqua Tail. And we're able to farm. Oh, they do have a move stored, but that's okay. I just need to be able to get to an Aqua Tail on my Quillfish. And if it does end up being a CMP tie, I know that Quillfish will win that. But we're actually able to Poison Sting it down. Good game. My goodness, that was a tough match. Okay, Zweilous lead. Another kind of awkward lead here. I'm hitting for neutral with my Poison Stings, but you can see the Dragon Breath damage absolutely chunking away here. I could have potentially baited, but I'm going to throw this Sludge Wave and then mirror with my own Zweilous. Now, I know they have a lot of loaded energy, but none of their charge moves will hit me for super effective damage. This is just going to be a Body Slam. It's going to hit for neutral, and then they end up bringing in a Toxicroak. Okay. Going to be able to chip it with a Body Slam here. And I'm thinking that I can potentially bring out my Dragalge onto this, be able to farm this down. Probably going to have to shield once because they definitely will get to a Mud Bomb. But then I will have loaded energy for whatever they want to bring out here. So have to shield this. We saw in the previous match, Mud Bomb does do a significant amount of damage to the Dragalge. Able to farm it down. And let's see what they want to bring out here. They still have that Zweilous that has some energy loaded. There it is. I'm going to go for an Aqua Tail here. Again, kind of a dumb move because this is not going to be enough to knock it out. So they no-shield it, and then look, they were frozen. The game lagged on their end, and they were very upset about it too. It's so unfortunate. Sometimes the lag helps you, sometimes it really hurts you. And it was just a laggy day of battles, unfortunately. Froslass in the lead. Really good for me. I say really good, it's kind of good, because Shadow Ball is obviously going to essentially one-shot after the Powder Snow damage, and I'm going to need a little bit more than 2 Aqua Tails to knock out this Froslass. So I have seen a couple of people play this out, where if you're on the Froslass side of things, you just no-shield, and you're able to get to like 2 Shadow Balls there. But they bring out Drapion, and I'm in kind of an awkward spot here, so I'm going to chip it with another Aqua Tail, and then see what they want to do here. Zweilous is still going to have play against that Froslass. I'm able to catch a crunch on my Dragalge. Arguably, I should have went into my Zweilous here, but I am able to farm down the Drapion before it gets to move, and now I have an Aqua Tail banked. Their Froslass is around half health, if I remember correctly. They end up bringing in Nidoqueen onto my Dragalge. This was a huge surprise, because I resist the poison jabs, and I hit for super effective with the Aqua Tail. So they had to shield, and then they swap out. And now they're switch locked once again, but my switch clock is not up. They're trying to farm me down here. Dragalge is surprisingly tanky. I'm not able to get to another Aqua Tail, but I have a lot of energy stored. Now I'm going to try to come in with Zweilous and snipe this down. They're not able to throw their move, and the Nidoqueen in the back, even though it has a lot of loaded energy, all we really need to do here is get to a Dark Pulse, and we're going to be able to take that game. They go for the Earth Power, nice play, but since their energy dry now, I'm just going to go straight for the Aqua Tail, and going to be able to take that game there. Good game. Quillfish Mirror. Awkward because we're going to be hitting each other for resisted damage the entire time. So I'm just going to swap into my Dragalge. Out comes Tyranitar. We're both hitting for neutral here. They snuck an invisible smackdown through, but you didn't see the animation. Here it is. The spinning ball of death. Oh my gosh, there it is. The 2.5 shield yet again. That Aqua Tail would have knocked them out. Now I'm forced to shield. And at least I'm able to get switch advantage here. If they end up bringing in the Quillfish, which they do, I just go straight for this Outrage. Really hoping that they think that I'm baiting here. But they end up shielding. Really nice call. And I'm hoping that I can get to an Aqua Tail. I'm able to get there. This definitely will not knock out the Quillfish though. Resisted damage here. So smart no shield on their part, but I can bring out my own Quillfish to kind of safely tank this energy. They end up going for the big move. Nice play, and that actually does a lot of damage, and they're so loaded here they're able to get to an Aqua Tail. I think right here I'm going to blind swap to try to farm them down. In the back is a Crustle. And I'm thinking I'm not going to have enough energy to get to 2 Dark Pulses here. So I'm going to go for a Body Slam bait. And if they call this bait, amazing play by my opponent. If I go Dark Pulse there, I win the game. But they made a really gutsy call. And that was the correct call for sure. Because as you can see here, I only have enough energy. I wasn't even at the Dark Pulse actually. Technically, I wouldn't have even had enough energy to get to Body Slam and Dark Pulse. So arguably I should have just went straight for the Dark Pulse, but I did not know that at the time. So really well played by my opponent. Okay, Froslass lead once again. Sometimes the Froslass baits here, but honestly even an Avalanche is going to do about half your health if you're the Quillfish here. So I'm going to throw an Aqua Tail. And we end up CMP tying. Quillfish is very attack weighted, so it ends up winning a lot of the CMP ties. Gonna throw another Aqua Tail here, but the Froslass should know that they survive this, so there's still no need for them to shield this. Here it is again. Look at this. Absolutely ridiculous. So we get the lag again. They ended up clicking on the shield though. But that was that same instance where if they had not shielded, it would have done like almost no damage. Absolutely ridiculous. I think I end up... Oh, yes. Okay, so I let this go through, and I'm thinking, all right, with the Froslass out of the way, my 2 dragons will have some play. That's a fast top left right there, folks. Freaking Charmer in the back. That ain't happening. Good game. All right, let's try this again. Froslass lead once again. So we're playing this the same way. You can see the damage difference between Poison Sting and Powder Snow there. They're both hitting for resisted damage, but Froslass is definitely doing more damage there. Poison Sting is definitely more of an energy generation move. So they have a lot of energy here. I will shield up this first move. It is a Shadow Ball. And I'm just going to throw this Aqua Tail right away and see what they want to do. They end up shielding. That's fine. And I think I learned my lesson from last game, and I will end up taking this to the 2 shield, because if there is a Charmer in the back, I need my Quillfish. Now, to be honest, I kind of lost track of their energy here, so I potentially could have farmed them all the way down, but I just go for the Aqua Tail here to get rid of this Froslass. This is where, if I would have been keeping better track of their energy, we would have been in a good spot. Okay, they bring out a Trevenant. My team is pretty good against Trevenant. I successfully land the Sludge Wave, and then I go into Dragalge I'm able to catch this Seed Bomb here. In the back is a Drapion. We're looking pretty good here. They're going to be able to throw these crunches, but then my Zweilous should be able to clean up here. They actually go for Aqua Tail, which I was really surprised there. I guess technically they need Aqua Tail and Crunch to knock me out, probably. So they end up saving 1 Poison Sting of health. and they get the defense fill there. They're able to farm me down. I know they still have the Trevenant that is very low. And then the game is lagging. I'm not able to choose what Pokemon I bring in, so the game randomly selects... Oh man, this is brutal. It randomly selects the Quillfish. Not able to get to a move here. But Zweilous is still going to be able to clean this up. Let me know how the Go Battle League has been going for you lately. It's been laggier and laggier every single day that I've been playing it. But trying to have fun, trying to run some new picks in this kind of fun off season here. I appreciate everyone tuning in and watching. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate the content. And I'll see you all in the next video.